Hi, I'm Ron de Parmesan, here with Newscats. Meow listeners, Italy just booted out an imam faster than you can say Mamma Mia, but this isn't your average deportation. It's a tale of radicalism, Hamas, and a government crackdown that's got everyone's whiskers twitching. On October 8th, 2024, Italian Interior Minister Matteo Piantedosi signed a decree expelling Imam Zulfiqar Khan, a 54-year-old Pakistani preacher who'd been residing in Bologna since 1995. Now, why the sudden eviction after nearly 3 decades? Well, it seems our dear Imam's sermons took a sharp turn towards the radical side, and the Italian government wasn't having it. Khan's rhetoric had been raising eyebrows since autumn 2023, with authorities noting a marked increase in anti-Western, antisemitic and homophobic sentiments. But it was his open support for Hamas that really set off alarm bells. In May 2024, Khan declared, and I quote, "This little warrior, a group of people called Hamas, they can't do anything against men. They can only go against children, against women, against civilians." He went on to claim that Hamas wasn't a terrorist organization, but merely defending their territory. But wait, there's more. Khan didn't stop at praising Hamas. He took aim at Western nations, accusing them of supporting impure Zionists and invoking divine punishment upon them. In one particularly fiery sermon, he proclaimed, "We thank Allah for revealing that these Israelis, Americans are terrorists. They are murderers. Talk about biting the hand that feeds you." Now, let's pause for a moment and consider the context. Italy's Muslim population has grown to about 1.5 million, or 2.3% of the total population. Yet, there are only around 8 mosques in the entire country. That's a far cry from France's 2,200 plus mosques. Khan's Jacopo di Paolo Mosque in Bologna served about 1,500 congregants, making it a significant hub for the local Muslim community. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, Italy's first female leader and head of the right-wing Brothers of Italy party, has been taking a tough stance on immigration and national security since taking office in 2022. This expulsion aligns perfectly with her broader strategy to reinforce Italy's border security and assert control over immigration. But here's where it gets interesting, folks. The expulsion has sparked a heated debate about the balance between national security and religious freedom. Critics argue that such actions could lead to increased marginalisation of Muslims in Italy. Meanwhile, supporters see it as a necessary step to combat extremism and protect public safety. The fallout from this decision could have far-reaching consequences. Pakistan has already expressed disappointment, viewing the expulsion as an infringement on freedom of speech and a potential escalation of anti-Muslim sentiment in Europe. This could strain Italy's diplomatic relations with Pakistan and other Muslim-majority countries, potentially affecting trade and immigration agreements. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is some serious stuff. But before we get too caught up in the geopolitical implications, let's remember that at the heart of this issue are real people and communities. The Muslim population in Italy, particularly in Bologna, is now left to grapple with the loss of a religious leader and the implications for their own place in Italian society. As we continue to follow this developing story, one thing's for sure: the debate over religious freedom, national security, and the integration of Muslim communities in Europe is far from over. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but that's what makes it so fascinating to watch unfold. And speaking of watching, if you're enjoying this deep dive into international news, why not subscribe to our channel? We promise to keep bringing you the most intriguing stories from around the globe, always with a feline twist. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on this perplexing situation. Meow. Let's take a moment to appreciate the irony here. Khan criticised Western nations for years, yet he chose to live in Italy for nearly 3 decades. It's a classic case of biting the hand that feeds you, or should I say, the hand that provides the catnip. But jokes aside, this expulsion raises some serious questions about the future of religious freedom and multiculturalism in Europe. Italy's actions could set a precedent for other European nations grappling with similar issues. We might see a domino effect of stricter regulations on religious leaders and potential deportations of individuals connected to extremist rhetoric. The timing of Khan's expulsion is also noteworthy. It came just a day after the first anniversary of the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attacks in Israel. This suggests that the Italian government is particularly sensitive to any perceived support for Hamas or other extremist groups in the wake of that tragedy. Let's not forget the role of social media in all this. Khan's inflammatory posts between November 2023 and April 2024 played a significant role in the decision to expel him. This highlights the growing importance of online activity and national security considerations. Governments are increasingly monitoring social media for signs of radicalization or extremist views. But here's a thought to chew on. Could this hardline approach backfire? There's a risk that actions like this could further alienate Muslim communities in Italy and across Europe, potentially driving more people towards extremist ideologies rather than away from them. On the flip side, supporters of the expulsion argue that it sends a clear message. Hate speech and support for terrorist organizations will not be tolerated, regardless of one's religious or cultural background. They see it as a necessary step to maintain public safety and social cohesion. As we wrap up this tale of imams and ideologies, let's remember that this is just one chapter in the ongoing story of Europe's struggle to balance diversity, security, and national identity. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but that's what makes it so fascinating to watch unfold. So, what do you think? Was Italy right to give Khan the boot, or did they overstep? Should other European countries follow suit, or is this a dangerous precedent? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more feline-focused news from around the world. I'm Ron De Parmesan, and this has been another Newscat special report. Thank you for watching, and don't go far because another breaking story is right around the corner. Meow!